Hello, everybody. Welcome to DU Wednesday webinars. I'm Sharon Bond with Parent and Family Engagement. Today, we are presenting health and well-being. Your presentation today will be from Casey Johnson. She is a healthcare administrative specialist over in the Health and Counseling Center. From Alice Ordover, accommodations specialist from Disability Services Program. Jennifer Velarde Minari. She is Assistant Director of Marketing from Athletics and Recreation. And Iris Simon, Resident District Manager of Denver Dining by Sodexo. During Q&A, we'll be joining other members of the DU community to help with answering some of your questions as well. We have Tracy and Gina here in the room and maybe a couple of others over at the Health and Counseling Center. The presentation is going to be about 20 minutes, and then we'll use the rest of our time together to answer your questions. So when it's time for questions, you can use that Q&A feature on your screen, which is usually down on the bottom right. What you type isn't going to be viewed by every participant, so we're going to read your question aloud before we provide the answers to you. So this webinar is being recorded and it will be emailed. It'll be posted on the Parents Facebook group and also posted on our website, which is go.du.edu/parents. So with that, let's get started with Casey Johnson from DU's Health and Counseling Center.
Everyone, my name is Casey and I'm a healthcare administrative specialist at the Health and Counseling Center.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kim Liao. I'm the Director of Health Promotion.
Hello, my name is Waltrina DeFrance Dufour and I'm the Director of the Collegiate Recovery Community.
Sharon, we just can't get the screen to go. If you could just advance for us. So as DU's Health and Counseling Center, or HCC for short, our mission is to provide exceptional, inclusive, integrated healthcare for DU students. We promote student success, wellness, through education, advocacy, and outreach to the University of Denver community. All University of Denver students, part-time or full-time, undergraduate or graduate, can use HCC services. The HCC is an outpatient on-campus facility that provides a wide range of services. Our team consists of 75+ staff of physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, nurses, medical assistants, counselors, health educators, and other professionals, as well as graduate and undergraduate level staff. The HCC is made up of 6 units: medical services, counseling services, the Center for Advocacy, Prevention, and Empowerment, or CAPE for short, health promotion, the Collegiate Recovery Community, or CRC for short, and our administration and finance team. The HCC is open at the following days and times: 8 to 5 Monday and Friday, 9 to 5 Tuesdays, 8 to 7 Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we are closed on Saturday and Sunday, but there is care consultation available when the HCC is closed by calling our main phone line. The HCC also closes when the university shuts down for snow days and holidays. The HCC has 3 locations. Our main location, which houses medical and counseling services, is located on the 3rd floor north side of the Ritchie Center. Health promotion, CAPE, and part of our counseling teams are located at HCC Asbury on the corner of University and Asbury. The CRC is located at 1931 South York Street. Your student is able to schedule appointments online through the My Health portal, which is located on the HCC's website. This can be done the night before or the day of for same-day appointments. The HCC offers comprehensive primary and acute care. We provide routine health maintenance exams, ongoing preventative care, and sick visits for cold, cough, sore throat, and flu illnesses. The HCC offers on-site rapid testing for flu, strep, mono, and more. We offer same-day appointments and daily nurse triage for more urgent concerns. Our counseling team includes licensed psychologists and licensed social workers, as well as graduate students, staff for both of these disciplines. Our services include one-on-one group outreach services to support students experiencing transitions, situational problems, crisis, or long-standing mental health concerns. Counseling Services is here to support your students' transition to DU and other transitions in their life, as well as support their development and growth. When the HTC is closed, you can still call us at our main line, 303-871-2205, to speak with an on-call medical provider or on-call counselor. If you need immediate care when the HAC is closed, you can seek care from a local urgent care facility or hospital emergency room. Two convenient options are Care Now Urgent Care and Porter Hospital. The Center for Advocacy, Prevention, and Empowerment, or CAPE, supports survivors' healing by providing advocacy and support for survivors of sexual assault, relationship violence, stalking, and sexual harassment. All services, including medical, counseling, and CAPE, are confidential and free of charge for the CAPE services.
Hello again, this is Kim Liao, Director of Health Promotion. Our department focuses on educating and empowering students on topics including alcohol and other drugs, mental health, gender violence prevention, and sexual health. Our mission is to cultivate a thriving DU community. We do this by providing educational workshops and outreach activities, peer education programs, campus-wide events including late-night substance-free activities, and well-being information and resources. Our health promotion programs also include online and in-person skills training requirements for all new students. Over the summer, new students complete online modules that cover topics they may encounter in college, including alcohol and other drugs, mental health, consent, and Title IX. When students arrive for Discoveries orientation, they will attend an in-person interactive theater session about alcohol use and consent. And during their first quarters on campus, all new students are also required to complete Intervene DU, which is an active bystander skills training facilitated by peers. It's important to know that if students do not complete this training by February 10th, a hold will be placed on their account which prevents them from registering for spring 2020 classes. As parents and family members, you are a really important influence on your students' health and well-being. So we'd appreciate it if you can remind your students of the importance of completing these education requirements as they prepare to come to campus. We also provide resources to help you support your student as they make their transition to college. Our webpage includes information on how to help your student navigate topics like consent, healthy relationships, and boundaries. You can access this information by visiting the health promotion page on the HCC website and clicking on the Gender Violence Prevention and Education link on the left of the page. You should have also received via mail a print copy of our Talking with Your College Student About Alcohol and Drugs handbook. This is also available on the Parent and Family Engagement website under Publications and Webinars. This booklet covers background information about alcohol and other drugs, things to look out for, and tips for talking with your students, as well as resources. Last, we also encourage you to read our Early Identification of Common Mental Health Concerns booklet, which is also available on the Parent and Family Engagement website. This booklet covers information, things to look out for, and resources for a variety of mental health concerns that are common among college students.
Hello, my name is Waltrina DeFrance Dufour, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of the Collegiate Recovery Community. The Collegiate Recovery Program provides a safe space in our beautiful cottage for students that is welcoming, confidential, sober-friendly, and is a center for sober events and meetings designated for students who have a desire to live a lifestyle free of alcohol and drugs, so students can pursue academic excellence without having to sacrifice a sober life. A substance use disorder, often referred to as a SUD, is defined as when the recurrent use of alcohol and/or drugs causes clinically and functionally significant impairment, such as health problems, disability, and failure to meet major responsibilities at work school, or home. A student having a diagnosis is based on evidence of impaired control, social impairment, risky use, and pharmacological criteria. Well, what does this mean for the DU students? When a student tries to control their substance use and finds that after the first or second drink or drug, they cannot predict their behavior or how many they will drink, and their lives become unmanageable, the student probably qualifies as having a substance use disorder. Signs of substance use disorder include physical, academic, behavioral, and interpersonal consequences. A student in recovery from substance use or behavioral disorder is defined as a process of change through which individuals improve their health and wellness, live a self-directed life, and strive to reach their full potential. The following are what the CRC does not provide. A detox, we're not a treatment center, we do not provide licensed clinicians, it is not affiliated with any recovery program or pathway, and it's not prescriptive from top down. So you can see all of the benefits and that we are here to support students in recovery. For further information, please refer to the Talking with Your Student About Alcohol and Drug booklet that was mentioned earlier. Thank you.
DU offers dental insurance through Delta Dental. The HCC confirms all eligibility and enrollment, and Delta Dental will process the payments. The annual premium is $405.12, and the coverage dates are listed on the chart that is on your screen. Delta Dental will withdraw a payment of $33.76 monthly through the account provided on the enrollment form. You can only enroll in the fall term of each year, and the HCC must receive the completed enrollment form prior to the deadline date, which is also listed on the screen. We are currently accepting enrollments for the 2019-2020 year. Enrollment forms can be found on the HCC's website. To submit the enrollment form, your student can fax, email, bring them in person, or mail them. And those will all be listed on the last slide of our presentation. The International Student Support Program provides free 24/7 remote counseling and support to international students via the use of technology. Students can access digital content as well as connect with clinical advisors that speak their language and understand their culture. Your student can access this program by one of the options listed on the purple box on the screen. Here are our 3 locations, contact information, and hours. Our website has a lot of useful information which can be helpful to you and your student. It's at www.du.edu/HCC. Our phone number is 303-871-2205, and our email is info@hcc.du.edu. We also encourage you to follow our social media accounts @Thrive@DU on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for important updates, events, and health and wellness tips. For more information on the Student Health Insurance Plan, please refer to the webinar that is available through Sharon. Thank you, and give us a call if you have any questions.
Okay, now we're going to hear from Alice Ordover from Disability Services Program.
Hi, good evening. So in addition to providing ongoing accommodations for students who have disabilities or ongoing medical issues, we're also available to students who need temporary accommodations to lessen the impact of an injury or a long ongoing illness. Most commonly, we see requests for temporary accommodations because students have broken bones, arms, legs, hands. Frequently it's the dominant hand, and they need support so they can continue with their academics. We also provide accommodations for students who have concussions. We do provide temporary accommodations for students who are ill, but it needs to be an extended illness of generally it's 4 or more weeks. We don't provide accommodations for short-term illnesses such as colds or flu. Arrangements when students are missing work or feel like they're falling behind because they have been ill with a short-term illness, those are generally made by the student and the instructor. We will also provide ongoing accommodations and temporary accommodations for students working with CAPE. If any of these temporary accommodations become extended and seem as though they're going to be something that goes beyond a quarter, we may need to talk about ongoing accommodations as well.
Okay, and now we're going to hear from Jennifer from Athletics and Recreation.
Thanks, Sharon. Good evening, parents. I just want to say we're really excited to welcome your students to campus and partner with them on their health and well-being journey here at DU. So like Sharon mentioned, I'm going to talk a little bit about our Athletics and Recreation department. So there's 3 main areas that I'd like to talk about. So student programs, our Coors Fitness Center, and our Denver Pioneers athletic programs. So our student programs, we have 3 main student programs, which are intramural sports, club sports, and our DU Alpine Club. So intramural sports, they are both competitive and recreational. These leagues happen on a quarterly basis. They range from 4 to 6 week leagues, and also we do 1-day or 2-day tournaments depending on the activity. And in the intramural environment, it's DU students playing DU students. So that everything is on campus. It's a very casual environment, very social. Some examples of some sports that we do in the intramural environment include broomball on the ice rink, soccer, basketball, football, volleyball, cornhole, tennis, and much more. Club sports, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a competitive environment, and DU students represent the university, and they play against other universities at the local level, regional level, and national level. So it's a little bit more of a commitment for the student, looking more typically at a year-long commitment or the calendar year for the student cycle. And they usually specialize in a specific sport. So currently we have over 25 active sport clubs. And like I said, the commitment period can range from 6 months at a time to, I would say, about 10 months at a time. And they typically pick the sport that is their most favorite environment, favorite activity that they're willing to commit to, fundraise for, get jerseys, and travel and compete across the country. Our DU Alpine Club operates also as a club program, and it's membership-based. So Alpine Club is known for outdoor excursions and trips and activities. And again, in this environment, we do local activities. We also do regional and at times nationwide. I'd say about once a year, we do a really big trip. So for this fall, we're actually going to Aspen, Devil's Head, the Sand Dunes, Rocky Mountain National Park, Crested Butte, and some other really fantastic locations throughout Colorado. Activities range from hiking, climbing, skiing, biking, tours, and other activities. And all of these trips cost between $15 and $95, depending on if the student decides to opt in for a DU Alpine Club membership or whether they just want to choose 1 or 2 trips and do it that way. So the next kind of big area for students that we're really excited about is the Coors Fitness Center. So all full-time students receive a free membership to the Coors Fitness Center. And we have discounted memberships for all part-time students at the Coors Fitness Center. So the biggest draw at the fitness center usually tends to be our group fitness classes. So all of our group fitness classes are free, and we have over 40 a week. They range from cycling, yoga, boot camp, body pump, HIIT, and much more. And then we also have some specialized programs and personal training for students that are offered at discounted rates for the student level. And then lastly, for our Denver Pioneers, so we're very proud. We have a very prestigious athletic reputation, and we're home to 16 NCAA Division I teams. And we're also really proud. We've won the Director's Cup for 7 straight years, which recognizes the best NCAA Division I non-football conference schools. Most recently, our women's gymnastics qualified and placed at national championships this year. Our women's lacrosse team reached the first ever NCAA quarterfinal, beating USC and Michigan. Our hockey team went to the Frozen Four for the 3rd time in 4 years. And all of our fall sports, men's soccer, women's soccer, and women's volleyball, all reached their respective NCAA tournaments. So for most of these home events that we have, students enter for free. They get free tickets. Hockey is the one sport where students pay $5 a ticket for the games that they choose to go to. And I'll just leave two resources here verbally. Our website for our Denver Pioneers, if you parents are ever in town and want to catch a game, need tickets, it's denverpioneers.com. And our website that houses all of our information about our student programs and the Coors Fitness Center is ritchiecenter.du.edu.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, Jen. Now we're going to hear from Ira Simon from Denver Dining by Sodexo.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon, and welcome, parents. Appreciate you taking the time. As Sharon said, my name is Ira, and I am the Food Service Director for Denver Dining by Sodexo. With me tonight is Tracy Williams, our Director of Operations, and Gina Vega, our Wellness and Sustainability Manager, who's also our Registered Dietitian Nutritionist. And they're here to help me answer your challenging questions. I'm here to talk about living a healthy lifestyle while dining on campus. And the first question you're going to ask yourself is, which meal plan should I purchase? And we always like to talk about that is choose a meal plan that meets your student's lifestyle. Are they looking for more frequent, smaller meals that gives them flexibility to come and go all day long at 3 resident dining locations? Are they more interested in flexibility where they'll only use the dining halls occasionally, maybe up to 10 times, 12 times a week, but have the ability to eat on campus or off campus more often? They also want to ask themselves, will they be here on the weekends? The good news is whatever meal plan you do choose, you'll be able to change it during the first week of every quarter. So selecting a meal plan doesn't mean you're locked into it for an entire year. I will tell you that approximately 50% of our students will choose the unlimited plan and stay with it throughout the year. The other 50%, 60% of those will choose the 100 block plan, and the rest will be on the 125. But regardless of what meal plan they are on, I certainly recommend that your students take advantage of all 3 dining locations. It gives them the most variety and it will increase their satisfaction. Along with the meals, whichever one they choose, they will each receive $215 in meal plan cash per quarter. The meal plan cash is designed to take advantage of our retail locations on campus for 2 or 3 other meals each week. And this will include Einstein's Bagels, World of Wings, Front Porch Cafe in the library, and our Law Cafe in the School of Law. In addition, we also have 2 convenience stores on campus, one in Centennial and JMAC. And your meal plan cash is accepted there also. Making the right choices of being on campus, we suggest that they download our Byte app. Just go to the app, choose Byte, and then Byte by Sodexo, and choose the University of Denver. Downloading the Byte app will allow them to look at our menus and the nutritional and allergen information for each item we offer. Having the Byte app will help them make decisions on where they want to eat and what they want to choose even before they walk into the dining facility. In addition, we also offer the DU plate, Eat Smart, Live Well. And the DU plate is a color-coded display plate that helps them make the right choices. Half the plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables, a quarter of your plate with complex carbohydrates, and the other quarter of your plate with protein. While dining, look for our labeling at either the location or LCD screens. The LCD screens provide information about menu, allergens, and nutritional information. It also talks a lot about where their food comes from, and particularly we focus a lot about our local purchasing. But for your student, coming to the university may be a little challenging when it comes to mom's cooking. So ask them to be open, try new things. And if they're not really sure, if it doesn't look like the way you fix it, tell them, let me try a taste. I think they'll enjoy it, and we're very confident in our ability to meet their expectations. We offer other ways for them to dine on campus, particularly if they're looking for some options around allergens. Simple Servings is a national brand for Sodexo, and we offer it in Nagel Market 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. While dining at Simple Servings, they can be assured that they will be free of the 7 of the 8 most common allergens, and those are listed on this page. We also offer students dining to go, and all they have to do is go to our website. They can select the sandwich option, or if they use the Bite app, they can look at our menu and tell us what they want right off of our regular menu. Dining to go can be used occasionally if they're going skiing that weekend and they want to pick up a meal before they head out, or if they're busy with classes or work and they have an occasional conflict that they just want to order something so they could take it with them. But also students who have regular conflicts, schedules that prevent them from reaching the dining hall during the day, they can order regular meals from our Dining to Go program. When they're choosing their meals, whether they're using Dining to Go or if they're walking into the facility, know that we have multiple options from action stations, classic comfort foods, salad and fruit bars. Nelson and Centennial Dining Halls also offer a wide selection of vegan, plant-based proteins and vegetarian options daily. When making the right choices, students with dietary restrictions or dietary preferences always have this help from our registered dietitian, Gina Vega. She will help them customize a menu plan to help them meet their dietary restrictions and get variety and value from their meal plan. And along with that support, they could walk in anytime and always find gluten-free, which is one of our most common allergens. And they could find it from cereals to desserts, breads and bagels. And they should know that all of our soy sauce is gluten-free in our recipes. And if they would like a gluten-free pizza or pasta, things that don't hold up very well, we will cook it to order, just letting us know, and they could either let us know in advance or wait a few minutes until it gets ready. Talk to us, and I mean this sincerely. We do surveys twice a year, and consistently 85% of our students are satisfied or very satisfied. But we understand food is personal. And we also know that not everyone likes the same things at the same time. And we have learned, and we encourage your students to communicate with us to have a better experience. Gina Vega will work with your students one-to-one if they have special diets or food preferences. And Tracy Williams and his team of outstanding managers will meet with students who have issues or concern and discuss how we can improve their experience. You can contact us in advance, or your student can just let us know while they're here on campus, I want to meet with you. And know this, Gina Vega works with over 60 students every quarter, and they would not be alone. And Tracy meets with many students who want to discuss their concerns, and him and his staff has done an excellent job in responding to their issues. We also have a way for students to let us know in advance about their food allergies or dietary preferences. It's on the Canvas. There's a link on the Canvas on the student portal, the student portal. And there's also a link was posted on the parents' Facebook page that they can get to and fill out. And we would appreciate them doing that in advance. To let you know about opening day, students will be moving into the residence hall on Monday, September 2nd. Centennial Nelson Dining Hall will be open for brunch and dinner. Brunch from 9 to 2 and dinner from 4:45 to 7:30. The academic commons will also be open that day, and our general stores will be available to you to get that bottle of water when you're hot and sweaty. On Tuesday, the first day of Discoveries and Pioneer Passage, will be open for breakfast and it'll be very busy. But I want to invite all students and their parents to lunch on Carnegie Green, which is in front of the academic commons. We'll be feeding everyone together in a wonderful buffet under the brilliant sun here in Denver, Colorado. And everything, it'll be a very wide variety of nicely chosen entrees and vegetables. And we'll meet a lot of your expectations around dietary preferences. Centennial Nelson Dining Hall will be open for dinner that evening, and you have the choice of coming in with your student or taking them out, wishing them good luck, and see you in Thanksgiving. Nagel Hall will open for regular hours on Wednesday, and all campus regular hours would begin on Monday, September 9th. Here's our contact information, my phone number and email address, and I encourage you to visit our website at DU Dining for more information. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ira. That's great, everyone. We're going to go ahead and go to questions. And I see that there's already a question here. Go ahead and think about your questions and use that Q&A feature there on your screen. So our first question is, if my daughter is currently working with a therapist and we want to continue with a therapist when she arrives, can we set up ahead of time with a therapist? So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to the folks over at the HCC.
That's a great question. So we recommend that your student goes onto the Health and Counseling website. We'll have all the bios of our counselors, and they can kind of read through them and see which one fits the best with them. And then closer to when class starts, they can give us a call and we can schedule them an intake appointment with the counselor that they wish, or just the first available.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. It was a good question. Anyone else out there with a question right now? So there's a follow-up to that previous question that says, so we can't do anything ahead of time to get her set up.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, not that far ahead of time, because nothing happens with enrollment until the closer start to September 1. So the only thing you can really do is start looking at those bios. And then we recommend, you know, right before they're going to start, they can give us a call or schedule online.
Okay, the next question is, if my child is already covered under Delta Dental insurance, can she still make an appointment to see a dentist if necessary?
So we don't have any dentists on campus. So if they're already covered on their own dental insurance, then they can just see a provider that's covered through theirs. We just offer dental insurance separately for students because it's not covered under the healthcare plan.
Okay, our next question is for Gina Vega. This says, our daughter has multiple food allergies. What is the best way for her to connect with Gina Vega?
Hi there. So my recommendation would be, first thing would use my my email to get in contact first. I would recommend for her to contact me prior to orientation, just because it's a little bit hectic. And then what Ira was saying with the student portal, we have that access for her to fill out, so then we know time in advance what type of allergens she has, and then from there we will set up a one-on-one meeting, get a tour of the dining hall facility, and then kind of gauge to see what we have to offer is going to be accommodating to her. Again, if it's kind of a difficult situation, what we could do is just provide things that are off menu, but we recommend her contacting first via email and then setting up a one-on-one and then going from there on meeting our team and doing a tour of the dining hall.
Did she send that email directly to you? Or
yeah, so my email is going to be Gina, it's Gina.Vega, V-E-G-A, at Sodexo, that's SODEXO.com.
Great, thank you. Okay, here's another question. Does DU's mandatory insurance cover therapy sessions?
So DU requires insurance, but you're not mandated to be on the student health insurance plan. It's just what we can offer if your insurance doesn't cover your student or the student doesn't have insurance. The student health insurance plan does cover medical and mental health visits.
Okay, our next question that came in is, our family's primary health insurance requires that we provide details and proof of coverage from the university health plan. How and when can we get this?
I'm not 100% sure on this question if they're asking, if they're going to stay on their current insurance, then they can waive ours through the Pioneer web under the student tab. If they want to know the deductibles and the out-of-pocket max, that is in the other webinar, the health insurance webinar. It is also on our website. It should be all updated by the end of this week. We just currently got everything back from the state signed, so that is slowly being updated, but it is in the other webinar that's available.
Okay, at this point, we don't have any other questions, but we'll hang out here for another minute or so and see if anything comes up. We got one message here that says, thank you for a helpful session. You're very welcome. And it doesn't look like we have any other questions at this point in time. If you have watched this video later on and you do have some questions come up, you can always refer your question to any of us that have presented tonight. You can also send your question to parents@du.edu. And since we have no other questions right now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for tonight's webinar. Next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we will present the topic of diversity and inclusion, where you can learn about inclusive programs and groups your student can get involved with here at DU, and our commitment to providing students with the support and the skills needed to reflect on their values and identities. It's a very important webinar. We hope that you can join us. Information on how to join that webinar will be posted on Facebook, on the parents' website, and will be emailed to everyone. So we hope you're able to join us next time on DU Wednesday webinars, and have a good evening, everybody.